I've been making SARs, subject access requests,
Yeah.
and one agency, government agency, is absolutely refusing to do anything. What can I do?
Okay, don't name the agency, but is it one of these security services?
No, it's a... Yes, I don't know. I can't really answer you without really naming who it is, but
It's not one of the security services because they're exempt from subject access requests. That's why I'm asking.
It's to do with care, shall we say, or lack of care.
All right. Well, they've got us. They have a number of defences, which include. Can I just check? It is definitely subject access request and not a freedom of information request.
Well, is there a difference between the two?
There is. They're two completely different things. Freedom of information is getting information from a government department about something. Subject access request is getting information from, in this case, a government department, but it can be anyone, about you.
Okay, well, it's not about me. It's about my late wife. So which should I go back in under FOI then?
No, because that's too specific for freedom of information request. Are you the executor of her will?
I am.
Right. So you stand in her shoes legally.
I hope so, but they're throwing all sorts of things across my path. I mean, first of all, they just ignored it.
What are they saying? What's their defence?
Oh, the first one was
don't give me the first one. Give me the latest one. Give me the one that we're dealing with now.
Oh, the latest one is well, it starts with get, and you can imagine what the next word is. I mean, basically, just get lost. It's going to cost too much.
Fine, that's not a defence to a subject access request. It is to a freedom of information request if the cost of getting the information is disproportionate, but it's not a defence to a subject access request. If it's going to be a huge job, they get 3 months instead of 30 days, but that's not the same as saying they don't have to supply the information. The remedy, John, is to report them to the Information Commissioner. The Information Commissioner's Office is the police force for organisations that don't comply with the Data Protection Act, don't comply with subject access requests. Have you tried reporting them?
Well, no, I've just basically got a blank wall at the moment. Right. I mean, they're talking about data protection, and I'm going back quoting the ICO as saying, in fact, dead people don't have personal data anyway.
Well, that's not a great argument. The whole point of subject access requests is to look at your personal data. So if you're saying there is no such thing as personal data, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there.
No, I didn't say that, Daniel. I said that the ICO says that. I mean, basically, I've knocked down all the various things they said. I mean, this idea of demanding probate, for a lot of cases, there isn't probate anyway. They're just squirming because they know that my wife died in pretty dire circumstances.
Okay.
But you reckon this business of saying it's going to be too expensive, so get lost, is...
That's absolute nonsense legally. Total nonsense. But, John, if you can't get any joy, I would definitely report them to the Information Commissioner's Office. It'll take time, but hopefully the ICO will come down in your favour and order them to provide the information. And I'm so sorry to hear about your wife. How long ago did she pass away?
In December, after 5 months under a deprivation of liberty order, which I don't think was applied for correctly.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck with that. It might be worth getting some solicitors involved in this one because that sort of thing can get tricky and it can also get expensive quite quickly. So it might be worth getting some specialist legal advice on that, John. And I do hope that you manage to get some resolution because I know you will have enough to be doing dealing with the grief, helping your family, and getting involved in this sort of fight with a public body is the last thing you want to be doing.